Hello. That's the television. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the North Hobart Oval. And before today's game between North Hobart and Lauderdale, we will commemorate the 107th anniversary of the landing at Gallipoli by Australia and New Zealand forces with an observers ceremony. So the players are now lined up, joined by their presidents, Julie Kay and Craig Martin, for the respective teams. The Catafalque Party, under the command of Corporal Ben Hibbert, will now mount. The Catafalque Party is a guard of 4 service personnel who are posted by the commander as sentries. They are posted facing outwards with their rifles reversed to show respect. To recite the ode today, Mr Geoffrey Bennett, who joined the Royal Australian Navy in 1956. Jeff served on HMAS ANZAC as part of the South East Treaty Organisation during the Malayan emergency. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be upstanding? I ask that all Men that are wearing headdress, please remove it unless you are in uniform. Out of sound and respect any children, please remove any hat that you have on as well. I invite Mr Geoffrey Bennett to recite the ode, which will be followed by the last post, a minute's silence, then rouse, and then the completion of the service.
What's that now? Yeah. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. Lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
Please remain standing for the New Zealand National Anthem and then the Australian National Anthem, sung by musician Dan John.
God of nations, at thy feet, in the bonds of love we meet. Hear our voices, we entreat. God, defend our free land. God, Pacific's triple star, from the shafts of strife and war, make her praises heard afar. God, defend New Zealand. Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In His history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, the catafalque party will now dismount.
Catafalque party, inwards, turn! Catafalque party, back! March!
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the catafalque party by the 2nd Force Support Battalion here in Hobart. The musician, the bugler and the drummer from the Australian Army Band Tasmania, musician Dan John, bugler Sergeant James Scott, and the drummer was musician Jack Lester. Ladies and gentlemen, before I hand over for the coin toss, I just would like everyone to think of a ex-soldier. He died in December, excuse me. Peter Cunner. Peter Cunner was a career war veteran. He was a machine gunner in the 3rd Battalion Royal Australian Regiment. Excuse me, he was a mentor to myself and a lot of other veterans in the Gardening Plot. Now I'll hand over to the coin toss.
Coin toss.
TPI President Graham Holden will facilitate with the umpires the coin toss. Who's got a 5p piece?
Someone to toss the coin. You want a VPC, Graham?
We've got an ANZAC court here.
That's got feathers on one side, one kangaroo fur on the other. Feathers are off a kangaroo. TPI toss.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what you get when the Navy decides to toss a coin. It goes over that way.
Good luck, mate.
Who won?
Go Lauderdale.
Lauderdale got the win. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a great game, boys. Thank you for coming to the ANZAC Cup. Please be safe.
Very good. Get off the ground before we get to
Oh, I tried, Richard. Oh, I take it.
Yeah, good, Jim.
guys. Nice. Eddie? It's just one seat. One seat. I think he was floating. I was talking about Yeah, so Luke Quirk making his club debut. He and Lockie Dale have both come to North Hobart after stints with Myrtleford over in the Ovens and Murray League in Victoria, which is a really strong competition over there. And Lockie Dale, his couple of games has shown a lot of excitement. And now he's got his mate Luke Quirk in the North Hobart team as well. His Quirk's acquisition over to North Hobart was met with a lot of fanfare and a lot of excitement. And finally we get the chance to see him don the red and the blue this afternoon. So really exciting game for both of these clubs. And as we just touched on before, given that it is a game on ANZAC Day, it does have that extra little bit of significance. Lauderdale, you'll see this afternoon, are also wearing black armbands in memory of club president Julie Kay's father, who passed away over the weekend. So our condolences are with Julie and her family, and with the broader Lauderdale football community as well this weekend. But it is a game that I think initially early on we've just had a really moving ANZAC observance pre-game tubes. But I think, in these sorts of matches with a strong crowd starting to flood into the ground, it's probably going to be vital to see which side is able to just get their nerves in check early on and really ease themselves into the game quicker than the opposition.
As I say, it was a big build-up. We had the team down here for quite some time, and we both seen this in reserves. It's great to see the respect they pay for ANZAC. So now it's all about the footy. Great crowd turning up as well. Here easy. And it will be North Hobart quick to behind orange stand in. Quick update on the team sheets if you're watching tonight. Jaden Agro is wearing the number 17. Jumped up 16 places. I think he just wanted to put the long sleeves on.
I think that's exactly right, Shubes. Yesterday the Hobart was bathed in sunshine. This is actually probably the best it's looked so far this afternoon in Hobart. It was very dreary this morning, but you're dead right. Magros decided to don the long sleeves and added an extra couple of numbers to his jumper as well, just keeping us on our toes. But about to get things underway here. TSL ANZAC Day football between North Hobart and Lauderdale. Opening ruck contest. It looks like it's going to be Ryan Edmondson in there up against Hayden Smith.
Interesting that Jackson has been started in the middle, but comes down at centre half back now against Marlon. So let's get underway here at North Hobart.
Anticipation building for this one. Ryan Edmondson, former Clarence and Lindisfarne player. We've seen him play almost everywhere across the course of season 2022 to begin with. About to get things underway. ANZAC Day football on the Daily Potato Co. TSL live stream. Hayden Smith wins it down only as far as his teammate in Siggins. He taps it back. Caswell puts the ball back to Cleaver. And Lockie Dale, the players we talked about pre-game, drives the ball inside 50. In the end, it was only the space. Will Poland's going to be first to it. He has a bit of a job ahead of him. Gets it off to Josh McGuinness, who's also going to be vital this afternoon. He kicks the ball out of defensive 50. It's just going to roll out of bounds for a throw-in. That's one that I reckon we'll keep an eye on this afternoon, Tubes, is where they play Josh McGuinness. He's such a versatile player, and looks like they've got him in a preferred position across that flank to start this game today. He's an absolute workhorse for this Lauderdale side. He's been one of the better ruckmen in the competition for a long period of time, and it's potentially an area that Scott Jackson has worked cut out for him this afternoon, but looking forward to that match up as it goes on. Jackson, that man, kicks the ball inside 50. Edmondson's done a quick shift inside 50 to Lauderdale's defence. Attempt to see the ball over and out. Just McGuinness heavily once again. Triple M, fantastic program. Wake up with Triple M, don't we, Tubes? Well, you definitely do.
Lauderdale lead, 1-6, Hobart zip 2-2. Audio all fixed up for you on the Daily Potato Co live stream. And the umpire Chris Kay to ball it up. Kilpatrick's in the ruck. Smith, just like a bullet, goes through it all. That's a big tackle laid on Ratcliffe. They get it out though to Lauderdale. That one's high. Should be a free kick to Fletcher Hooker. Umpires bring it back. It'll be a free kick to Fletcher Hooker for too high. So the young Lauderdale Jet looks up, handballs off to his teammate McGuinness. McGuinness's kick into the pocket. Nice fist away there by the Bees defender. Dale gets it off to his teammate in McLeod. McLeod's kicks a high one. Finds French, the coach, screaming inside forward 50s. Matt Campbell as he wheels around there. There's French. Nice defensive work down there. I think that's Oscar Shaw. It was. McGuinness will clean up for Lauderdale and goes out wide. Finds a teammate in Marlon. Marlon at half back. He's got to run him long and deep in Martin if he wants. He decides to go short. Finds Walsh. Walsh at half back now. Long kick up the wing. Jackson did some good body work. Hits the ball inside. Finds McGuinness. McGuinness goes long to Campbell.
So Matthew Campbell with the ball in the middle of North Hobart Oval. He chips the kick over the top. North Hobart looking to drive the ball inside 50. It's a probing kick. Opportunity probably lost there for North Hobart, but Sandrick's going in like a bull. Emerging with the football's barn out outside the boot. Only as far as Josh McGuinness on the last line of defence. McGuinness kicks it out to Bryce Walsh. Walsh down the line. Christensen, that's where he goes. Christensen goes back inboard to Siggins. Starting to get his hands on the football, Sam Siggins. There's the ball at half back. Siggins drives the ball down the line. It's a genuine one-on-one.
He goes long, deep inside 450. Wow, that's going to be She goes inboard. It's now for Lauderdale as they move the ball forward through Martin. Martin down to Blackburn. Blackburn gets pushed off at Magro. It's going to be a free kick going to
That sort of player, if he treats it, he just gets defenders a little bit nervous because he's a bit of a hybrid sort of forward.
I watched that video actually. Chris Robert and Xavier Gill and Michael Blackburn having a kick-off. It was about 7 years ago. Red Biddy. Videos, lovely. Brings the ball up to his muscle and then straight down. He's got a good spot for the contribution. Comes Blackburn. The second goal for the day.
So there's some opportunities at one end.
Into Jackson's quite forward. Jackson come back in now. Smith wins it down. Siggins like a pull. Gets it off the ground to Sutton. Sutton.
I can't do anything about it, Ash. Fuck.
Fly here. North Hobart plays it one up. Don White does well. Got his handball up to a running teammate. And they get it forward again. Barnett shouldn't be taking much above his head. Out it comes from Edmondson. Edmondson with some time and space. Over the top, Rocky Dale's going to run into an open goal here. Should be a goal.
So a bit of reward for effort now to the D's. 1-2-8, 2 straight 12. The dead right troops, you can see every time that they're competing in this since immediately sprinting. Jackson sprinting into the middle. It's a really interesting little approach to take.
A little Clinton French masterclass, perhaps. Sure what Dan Willings thinking about it next door. There we go. There comes Stevenson. Out of the way. Daly gets wrapped up in the tackle.
Smith decisively went down to the front pocket, wrapped up in the tackle. Stopping seriously back up. Not over this afternoon. Day footy between these two clubs. Smith wins it down, coming Daly, he eventually takes control and just barrels it inside 50, running back with the flight. Just kicking hope in the air, coming Daly. Just chipping ball
That's just not really
tight. That's going to be the benefit of the doubt as McGuinness drives the ball out of defensive 50, setting it up for his teammate. A really good take there by Lauderdale. He's the dominant element.
Electric. Dale wheels around onto his right boot and sends that ball deep inside forward 50. It's all Lauderdale down here. Caswell does well to make a contest. Sutton got his handball over the top. Quick kick away there by Sam Tilling. Flying high. That was good from Dale. Short one now is on. Sanded. That was smart by Cal Daly. Great vision from the former Glenorchy Magpie. Now enjoying his time at North Hobart. He's hit up his captain.
Nice kick, which is good bomb away. That's a really nice jump for him.
And he comes, the captain of North Hobart. The kick from the right on the paint. Not going to get the journey of that, reckon Heroes. That will be fisted over the top. Nicely done. Over the hole. It's North Hobart.
Guinness to quickly bring the ball back in play. Certainly the opportunities really in this game. Falling to the ring, Siggins from the back, and they will take the grab. Matt Franklin himself is Madrell moves with the football. And ball over the top in the direction of Nala. Turn this into an attacking foray. Kick inside 50, a couple of players fly. But Christensen just held his ground. Took the grab, showed great strength. Kick to play on, chip and kick in, Bryce Walsh. That's Lauderdale footy.
Well, they just want to get more out here on the wing. They were desperate to get a hold of the footy. They got some space. It was a nice mark to Alan Christensen. And it was a good bit of vision into the middle of North Hobart, giving Bryce Walsh a look at goal. And he comes. We call him a veteran? Sure. Then he comes the veteran. Put his team further in front. Just snuck it home. Matt Franklin was his first, the third of the game for Lauderdale. And their lead is now out 9 points. Superb stuff. Back in the middle. He's one of my favourite umpires at the TSL.
Best in business. Throws the ball up here. Smith puts it down. Let's get it out. Franklin will take the ball. Siggins flying, takes the ball almost in the second, ends up on the third. That's just Siggins using his series there, Jets.
He didn't even drop off the ground, he just put his leg up. One leg up to this one. This is going to be an easy as you like. We've got 4 or 5 drafts.
The leaders did Sam Siggins. He's got an opportunity to kick. Another goal for Lauderdale. 45-degree angle. On the way now, Sam Siggins kick on the way. It's going to be tight. Not quite as good as on the board for
of a lead-off there for Hobart, I reckon. That's the sort of goal that CMC gets global up. One down towards Jackson. Might get it from White. Nick Hooker. Contest here. So we see a boundary throw in here on half-full line to Lauderdale. Smith and Jackson both go.
Good boy.
McGuinness gets it forward, bouncing ball here. That's at the back now for Big Stanley. Brings the ball back into a slot. Beautiful work by the Bombers. The hooker takes the mark. About 20 metres out. We'll go back and rule this one home. Comes. Gun. Sends it home. He's happy with it. Umpire doesn't move. He's first for the game. For the fourth for Lauderdale. This is getting out ahead for North Hobart. 1-3-9 North Hobart trail Lauderdale. 4-1-25. 22 minutes gone in the first term. Really making a statement. Brian Ruger's getting the goal. So sometimes he's contesting something the other side. Let's have a bit of control of the contest. Can we quickly talk about David Taylor?
Right, go up, bring it. Boys.
Popular product, here's a chance now for North Hobart. Scrubby kick inside 350. Maybe the chaos ball is going to work out okay for North Hobart. Going through hard, he's trailed over. He's got a dog score for players. His ball comes out right. And it can't pop the defensive work here by Plum. Very quick. This game. It's a good looking kick from Lauderdale. where but now chance for Segan somehow he got a hold of the footing. He bends it round. Segan's second behind. Hobart just a little let off the line.
Target's going to be Magro, almost takes on the second grab. Eventually, balls that line to Siggins. Kick into the pocket. Somehow moves with the football. Gives it back to Siggins with a bouncing ball towards the goal line. Nice work there from Colin Stevenson. There's plenty of bodies around this football. North Hobart defending desperately at this stage, but North Hobart have the numbers as Sutton merges with the ball. He's trying to kick.
Again, North Hobart get away with another one. That pressure from those Lauderdale forwards. Take the Sutton. Hearing a few expletives.
Yeah, it's a game that means so much to both of these teams. It's a really important game for both of them this early stage of the season. It's going to go a long way to shaping where they sit in the hierarchy of season 2022. That tap over the back found Daly, but Hooker met him at pace. Bouncing ball in the middle of North Hobart Oval. Umpire Butler will take it back once again.
How many games has umpire Butler umpired? About
well, he did get TSL Life membership last year, Tubes. Yeah. One of only 4 or 5 people to get that as the siren sounds on the opening term. North Hobart 3-3-21, trailing Lauderdale 4-2-26 on the Daily Potato Co. TSL live stream. We'll take a quick break, I reckon, Tubes, just try and fix a few technical issues. We'll come back, bring you the second quarter action up next. You are tuned in to the Daily Potato Co. TSL live stream on the AFL Taz YouTube channel. Second quarter action coming up next.
You meant that at pace. You get in the mouth, get in the face.
I think it was just on his arms.
Just that was good. What do you reckon, Jared? Who's going to win? I mean,
I'm still hoping North Hobart. Yeah. I think Lauderdale should win, though.
I think North Hobart will win. I think Lockydale has kicked 3 goals already. That's an explosive corner. And he's taking marks where he just doesn't look like he's in the contest.
He's got half his name on the ANZAC medal if they win now already. 3 first quarter goals.
Hey mate, just had a quick chat to Simon. Just wanted to chat with you and see if there's anything else we can do.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd come up halfway through the quarter.
So what were you just sitting there?
Just sitting down front there, yeah.
Okay. Was it any better at the end of the quarter?
A little bit chilly out there in the shade.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so you don't need to touch it. We'll just make do with what it is. Okay. Yeah, don't know what was going on. So yeah. Okay. We'll run with that. Yeah, and Simon wasn't sure either. So, all right, cool. If they've done. Yep. Yep. All right, no worries. Thanks, Ash.
He's going to win Campbell.
This game?
So Ash has some people helping him with the stream,
Yeah.
so they've boosted something else. But I think from that we just have to start with it. Sorry, mate.
It's fine.
I'll just go to the side.
You what?
Just go to the shoot side message. Painful.
Just saying before Anthony about the cut and DALY comment. From his,
He probably didn't hear it because he's been
Oh, the
concentrating.
not very far from his hands.
I like it from you.
I was on his line of teeth over business.
I forget what I was saying. Daniel Meredith is still pissed off at me because I called him Footsteps one game. And he gets called Footsteps his whole life.
Oh no.
A kid yesterday came up to me at the footy because we were doing the handball competition for Triple M. And his dad comes up to me and he goes, "Oh, your tubes used to do a bit of junior footy commentary." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." He goes, "There's a kid in our team called Jack Radar. R-A-D. For some reason he called him Brad Nuts." Since grade 3, this kid's been called Brad Nuts. Because he's grade 10.
He's on that Chris Cady on by Premier Cricket.
Frogbox, yeah, that's an umpire killer, that is.
There's no hiding him down. You know, boys, everybody first second, third.
Just had a
This is the earphones, so we can turn that up.
But he was.
This is, in my mind, it's coming through in mono.
I think it just had been fixed though. That's the only thing. Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Sticking with it.
Welcome back to North Hobart Oval, Anzac Day footy between North Hobart and Lauderdale. It's an intriguing game to this point. Quarter time, Lauderdale leading 4-2-26 to North Hobart 3-3-21. Before we get the quarter underway, Tubes Taylor, have you got the goal kickers for us?
I do. North Hobart, they're all the same bloke that's kicked them. Lockie Dale has 3 for the term. Lauderdale, the first goal of the game went to Harry Richmond. It was a great effort just in the goal square just to put a little bit of pressure on the North Hobart defender. He got the first one then. Fletcher Hooker, Nat Franklin and Mick Blackburn all with 1 apiece. So 4 individual goal kicks for Lauderdale is a good sign for them as we get the second term underway here at North Hobart Oval. Edmondson up against Smith again. Smith wins it down only as far as Tilly. Tilly goes back to get the footy. His handball comes in towards Siggins. Siggins gets tackled by Daly a little bit too high. Not sure how Daly managed to get up there. Out it comes now for Marlin. Marlin's kick inside forward 50. Spoiled was Christensen. Now out the back. They just defend here, North Hobart. He ran into a little bit of trouble there. Marlin was the tackler. Christensen on hands and knees. Tunnels one through. That's a smart kick by Siggins. It's just over the top, though, of Magro's head. And we'll see a boundary thrown right in front of the Triple M scoreboard. Oh, no, that's not the Triple M.
The Triple M score, 107.3. Just got Triple M on the mind, I reckon, Tubes. Yeah. He's a great program.
Triple M breakfast with Woody and Tubes.
Monday to Friday.
From 6 a.m. tomorrow.
It's really good if you have some Jono sauce on Daly Potato Cup as well. As the ball's thrown into play. Dangerous ball here for the North Hobart defence. Christensen, a loopy handball over the top. First to it is going to be Blackburn. He runs into a bit of trouble. Sutton, he's taken in a tackle. The umpire says holding the football. Free kick going the way of the North Hobart defence. Riley Wood with ball in hand.
Sutton stiff there, I reckon. But the umpire in a better position than me.
Wood's kick is a risky one. Franklin intercepted the ball. They funnel it back. Here with Luke Patton, a flying shot on goal. Not his best work, and running back with the flight. Nick Jackson takes the grab.
What was that? I was watching through the binoculars and I lost that. I looked towards goal.
Yeah, it was an interesting kick from Patton. Just had a little bit too much hook on it. Now the ball's brought out of defensive effort. A flying effort there over the top. Unable to take the grab.
Tilly.
Over and out for a throw in. Tilly, who's an excitement machine. Goal of the week nominee last week.
What's his story? What do we know about him? Is he formerly a Clarence boy, Sam Tilly?
Sam Tilly.
That's a question without notice. Sorry.
If anyone knows, send us a message on the TSL live stream. Siggins emerges with the football. Hack kick inside 50. First to it. Nice really work there around the corner from Stanley. A flying shot to a dangerous spot on the ground. Running back. And here the Lauderdale players at ground level are going to create some opportunities. Patton gets the handball from Magro. Flying shot from Patton. This time to the other side of the goal face. 4-3-27 the Bombers. North Hobart 3-3-21.
He's got a bit too much bend on it there, did Patton. So the ball will come out now. It's in the arms of George McLeod. He gets called to play on. Short one's on here. Dale. Dale's kick up towards Barnett. Does well. Roving nicely is Daly. Daly goes out wide towards French. Whenever the coach calls for it, you give it to him. French's handball. No good. Daly makes him look good. He'll be playing next week, Daly, despite turning it over. And McGuinness takes the mark at half back. Short one's on here. Finds Marlin.
Lennon Marlin. Ball across half back. 6 points the difference in this game so far.
He's got the name of a rock band singer, doesn't he?
Lennon Marlin. He's one of the better names in the TSL.
Yeah, for sure.
Comfortably as he gets it back from McGuinness. Marlin decides just to push the ball down the George Miller stand wing of the ground. Jackson running back with the flight takes an excellent grab. He is playing with plenty of confidence in season 2022 as Nick Jackson. He goes out wide to Daly, who has a fair bit of space. Daly takes his full measure and then drives the ball inside 50. Targets are there, but running back, a really good mark taken by Will Poland. That's his bread and butter. Leading the comp for intercept marks. Poland called to play on. Piercing kick. Sets a bit of a task for Walsh, but he's up to it. He dishes a handball off to Williams. Williams just dances himself in a little bit of trouble. Eventually kicks it out wide and finds Siggins on the wing.
Sam Siggins at centre wing, right in front of the George Miller stand. Sends a long ball. Blackburn with some work to do here. Front position was good from McLeod. The fist came down. Christensen just threw his shoulder up, and he's going to be caught holding the footy. Well, I think Alan Christensen thought he might have copped one high, and umpire Nick Butler said you ducked. McLeod, across the face of goal, Kilpatrick. Long kick, down the wing. He's got Leafheber. at centre wing. In two minds what to do. Handball came over the top to Caswell. Caswell just goes one way, then the other. Long kick to no one. Ed Stanley will mop this one up as easy as you like.
So Shaw goes across to McGuinness. I've got an update on the Sam Tilley situation as well, Tubes. Got a nice update for you from one of our sources as Walsh goes back to McGuinness. McGuinness handballs over the top. Sets a bit of a task, but McGuinness is going to keep on running. Unable to take the ball cleanly. Kilpatrick slides in. Plenty of bodies around the football, but we've had a message from former Lauderdale and OHA player Raymond Hill.
Oh, big Ray Hill is watching from wherever he is these days.
Up in the Sunshine State, I believe, but Sam Tilley is definitely not a Clarence product. He's come through the Lauderdale program and is a star in the making. So
thanks, Ray Hill. He'll be back soon. He won't be able to hack it up there. Centre wing, Caswell, handballs over the top. I think that's Barnett there, throwing it on the boot. Bouncing ball here for Lauderdale. They've got numbers around the footy. Poland finds a teammate out there in Hooker. Hooker's short one to Sutton. Sutton with a burner into Magro. Magro's high kick. Blackburn underneath it. Catch that, he says. Hooker does well. Got a handball away. Kilpatrick, short, no good. Smith, even worse. And it comes now. Sutton just dodged past Lockie Dale and just calm things down a little bit. That's a good kick, finds Harry Richmond.
Harry Richmond quick to wheel and go. He had a couple of players on short. Upskull a little bit longer in the direction of Siggins. Took's a fantastic grab. He just timed his jump perfectly. And he's got an opportunity to hit the scoreboard.
He took a mark like that over me playing AFL 9s once. Mind you, it was more spectacular than that. I made him look real good.
Well, it looked pretty good on that occasion as well, Sam Siggins. This is an opportunity for him. Similar spot to where Lockie Dale kicked for goal late in the opening term. Sam Siggins, star of the TSL competition. Kicks on the way, and it never looked like it. Sam Siggins sprays it badly.
Has he got the
score? Yeah, well, that's his third or fourth shot on goal, Tubes. Yet to hit the scoreboard with a goal.
Well, he's hit 3 points. He's hit 2 in the first term and 1 now.
So,
that was horrible to watch.
He's a much better player than that, Sam
Siggins. I love
Siggins.
watching him. Don't get me wrong. I love watching him play footy. He's one of the greats. That was a horrible kick. Bailey Walker with a handball into Caswell. Caswell to Fitzpatrick. He's got Don White running. Instead, he looks further afield, finds Dixon. Dixon with a short one on here. Campbell makes him look good. Then he hits a top. A little Spirelli pasta. And unfortunately, it's landed in the arms of his opponent in Oscar Shaw. Shaw with a short one. Finds Hooker. Hooker just keeps playing on despite not listening. I know the Hookers have trouble listening. I've heard from their father and mother. All of the Hooker boys don't listen. So
there's been a few of them going through the ranks a lot of our recent years.
It's in their DNA. So here he is, the young star from Lauderdale, Fletcher Hooker. Wide out to Smith. Smith takes the mark at a stretch. Wheels around the big fella. There's a kick downfield here, 50 metres. Crouching on the mark, protected area.
Yeah, a couple of players a little unsure, but it's going to be downfield to the free kick. Now with an opportunity to hit the scoreboard.
So is that a 50 or is that a downfield free kick? Because it's been given to Harry Richmond.
Yeah, if it was a 50 metre, it would have gone to
big Hayden Smith. I'd rather have him kicking for goal than Harry Richmond, who's a bit of a dead-eye dick. In he comes. He's not going to make the journey here. Big fly over the line for a boundary throw-in. Because big Hayden Smith's got the opposite to Cal Daly. It's a long way from his hands to his feet.
Yeah. Speaking of social sport, played mixed netball against Hayden Smith. And
that'd be scary.
Someone was quit the sport that day. Sam Siggins taps it down to himself, handballs it back, finds Patton. Patton unable to take it cleanly. Tied up against the boundary line. Bit of a rugby scrum. Umpire will eventually take it. Sun bathing North Hobart Oval at the moment, Tubes.
Luke Patton played Signet. I'm pretty sure he played at Signet before coming up to Lauderdale. So it's great to see guys taking the step up from SFL footy to play TSL. We love that. So Edmondson gets his free kick. Another one formerly of SFL from Lindisfarne. Kicks across the face of goal. Almost to his former teammate, in Mick Blackburn. This is smart work. Reece Sutton got the handball off. Franklin did well. Magro through like a bull. Williams dove on it, called holding the footy. So Cal Daly. Love watching him play too. Giving him a bit of stick this game. George McLeod, short, finds Dale. So Lockie Dale taking his time here, giving himself a little bit of extra space. Gets called to play on. Goes long down towards Jackson and Smith. Jackson buttering up. Got his handball out towards Dom White. Snipping across there's McGuinness. One way then the other. The ball goes high.
McGuinness's high ball almost marks. Sutton's the runner at ground level though. Emerges with the football and kicks it inside 50. His target's going to be Siggins, who almost takes it one-armed. Excellent work there, but he gets it back to Sam Siggins. Snap on goal. And he's missed on that occasion as well. Sam Siggins. I've seen him miss a couple of set shots. He misses it on the run as well. 4 behinds. Very un-Siggins-like as North Hobart bring the ball out of defence. Flying high is Williams, who takes a good grab. Williams has the runner in Kilpatrick, who dances around Hooker. Gets back on his left boot. Kick just evades Matthew Campbell, but running through is Dixon. Dixon back to Campbell to Barnett. Barnett kicks the ball inside 50. Right into the sun. Nice work there from the Lauderdale defence. Mopping up is the Lauderdale player in Ratcliffe. His kick set to task. And a big opportunity here for North Hobart with some good pressure inside 50. Umpire will take it.
That was a great tackle from Dom White to not ride him in the back there. Great stuff from the young start. Ruck contest here. Jackson going one way then the other. Throws it on the boot. It's going to dribble through. Umpire misses all behinds. It's good. Goal. Well done to the big man, Nick Jackson. Gets his first of the game. And puts North Hobart back within 2.
Yeah, really, you see there, once again, we've talked about it a couple of times today, a miss at one end. The other team takes it to the opposite end of the ground and converts, and Nick Jackson is such a versatile player for them. We've talked a bit about his ruck duties today, but he's just taken the competition by storm so far this year. The Premier Data ranking points that we get every single week. Shoops Taylor, he is the #1 player in the competition per game.
Really?
So if you were setting up a TSL fantasy team, Nick Jackson's almost the first one you're going to pick week in, week out.
I once sat with a guy from Champion Data, and or Premier Data, which one is it?
Premier Data for TSL,
yeah.
yep.
And they go, kick, number 8, North Hobart, mark, number 18, North Hobart. That's what they do, and they talk. It's so interesting to listen to as Dale comes inside forward 50. Jackson can't quite get there. Handball came out from the Lauderdale defence. They're doing all right here. Dangerous kick across the face of goal to McGuinness, and McGuinness. Gee, I'll tell you what, if there's anyone that you want taking that mark, it's McGuinness, isn't it?
Yeah, they rolled the dice there, Lauderdale, but McGuinness good enough to take the grab. He'll bring the ball out of defensive 50. Driving ball towards the broadcast side. Nice work over the top there. Great grab taken by Steinbauer. Hooker, I should say, as Hooker quickly looks to move the ball on down the line. Couple of flyers. Richmond caught at the back. Strong mark taken by Tyler McGuinness, who quick to play on. He goes to Edmondson. Edmondson, his handball bounces for Dixon. Nice run here from McGuinness, who evades a would-be tackler. Tyler McGuinness, kick inside 50. Fantastic work from Tyler McGuinness. Had the composure, had the skill to hit up a target inside 50, and Tom Lefebvre.
Second efforts there, Oz, from Tyler McGuinness. He got the ball on the defensive side of the wing and then kept going. And it was a solid effort there to spot up Lefebvre. We've got a good spot here. I'll let you call it.
So Tom Lefebvre. A good start to season 2022. He's been kicking the best part of 50 metres, 45-degree angle. Gets a little bit of movement there. Tom Lefebvre. It's going to be tight. Just punched through for a minor score. But I loved that from McGuinness.
Umpire's called a free kick here.
He has called a free kick. Holding the man. So
it's going to go to Clinton French, I think.
French, certainly the first one to go and pick up the football anyway. Well, he wants to get involved.
Going to Jackson. Just outside the square.
So that's a big moment in this game. Nick Jackson tied up in the pocket. What would have been a Lefebvre behind. Now they've got an opportunity to turn into a goal. Jackson just stops and thinks his way through this. Around the corner, Nick Jackson makes no mistake. The Lauderdale players claiming it was touched, but that's a major score. Lauderdale are under the pump at the moment. North Hobart kicked their 5th, and they jump out to a 4-point lead.
Wow. Wow. That was one of the most uncoordinated kicks I've seen in a while, but Nick Jackson makes no mistake. They don't have to look good, Oz.
Just got to go through the sticks,
They just got to go through the big ones. And he's done a great job, the big ruckman. I'm into some of these boys. I've got to start being nice to them.
Got the second half to come.
Yeah,
got the second half to come.
No,
But butter them up in the back half of the game.
I love watching a ruckman like that. And like, he's not even playing in the ruck. Look, we got Callum Kilpatrick in the ruck up against Hayden Smith. How's Kilpatrick going to go here?
Yeah,
like
Smith,
Jack Silvani versus Aaron Sanderlands.
Sean Grigg areas from the 2017 Tigers flag as the ball goes out to the wing, goes over the top to Bryce Walsh. How can Lauderdale respond? It's a scrubby kick inside 50, beats all of them. Bailey Walker first to the footy, attacked it at pace, and the umpire will take it back.
We've only been going 15 minutes in this term.
Feels like a fair bit's happened in 15 minutes. Got the ball at half forward now, Lauderdale. They're trailing by 4 points. Tapped down on that occasion by Martin. Sutton's going to be first to it. Handball's over to Franklin. Well, the old guard combining. Marlin, his kick's only going to go as far as Jack Sandrick, who takes the mark running back with the flight. North Hobart skipper. He's going to do the percentage play. Kick it back to Cullen Stevenson. Stevenson just thinking his way through this. Chippy kick to Caswell. It was a risky ball. Franklin did well to bring the ball to ground. Nat Franklin emerges with the ball, a flying shot to a dangerous spot. Riley Woods at the back and takes a good mark on his chest, the small fella.
He had that wrapped up from the moment it was off the boot, young Wood. As the kick comes out wide now, Williams will fly. Over the back, here's a chance now for Campbell. Goes to Williams, then gets tackled high, does Williams. That was a great tackle by Hooker. Quick kick forward by Williams. It's going to land okay here. It's Sam Tilley, who we're told is a Lauderdale project player from
Raymond Hill.
From Ray Hill.
You can just see there Josh Cleaver's just come from the ground and looked really worse for wear, so we'll keep an eye on that as the quarter progresses.
In comes Tilley. Oh, that's a good kick. Unfortunately, across the face of goal. So, the four behinds for Lauderdale this term. They 4-6-30, trail North Hobart 5-3-33. Handball back into Kilpatrick. Williams in trouble, short, finds his man, Campbell. Campbell's asking for some runners. He can go long here to Jackson. He decides against that and finds Leafheber, who plays on quickly. Long kick, inside forward 50 towards French. French with the body, and then just holds the footy up and says, I took a mark. And finds Dom White. Dom White now was off. Has to go round and wheels across the face of goal for a behind. Not sure why there was a play on there. He should never have done it.
Just lost. I think he found himself running when he really didn't want to there, Dom White. So nice work from Clinton French to set that up. But McGuinness
body work, wasn't it?
Yeah, expertly done by the former Bulldog medalist as McGuinness trots through defensive 50 and then drives the ball into the middle of the ground. Franklin diving at the last moment, unable to take the grab. Wrapped up in the Wood tackle. That's a 360 and a half. That's going to go back to Riley Wood. Excellent tackle pressure. He's quick to handball it off to McGuinness. McGuinness dances himself in a little bit of trouble. Magro did well to get a hand onto the handball. Comes out wide. Lauderdale just surging the ball forward. Christensen with a kick around the corner. Out of bounds on the full.
Well, again, Lauderdale get away with one there. Just overuse the handball from North Hobart. George McLeod will take the short one. Caswell gathers the half volley, goes back to McLeod. McLeod goes back even further. It was Jake Dixon that got the kick away. McGuinness, smart touch, got his handball over the top to Edmondson. Edmondson got his handball away, and it was a no-looker. Now Christensen off to McGuinness. Edmondson chasing hard, and it's out of bounds. He's called a throw, the umpire, so it'll be a free kick to Ryan Edmondson.
Good harassment there from Edmondson. Did really well, putting the pressure on McGuinness, and he's going to be rewarded with the free kick.
He's going to kick in the man on the mark. No, he doesn't, Campbell. Oh, then just goes one and then the other. Long kick, Jackson works to the front. Should get a free kick for a high. Yeah, just a little infringed upon there by Poland. Now the long kick down towards French. Oh, flying across the front. That was good. Now Dom White has a chance. He bends it round and kicks a beauty.
Fantastic finish from Dom White there. Tubes had the composure, and again, North Hobart moving the ball quickly. was a great effort from the Lauderdale defender flying across, unable to take the grab, but Tom White at ground level did a really good job.
Nick Hooker, the one that flew across the front, and maybe was unlucky to not get a free kick.
And all of that started from Ryan Edmondson's efforts, half back. Exactly what Clinton French would want from one of his bigger men. Really good work to trap Josh McGuinness, and quick ball movement, putting North Hobart into a good position. They move to 6-4-40, Lauderdale 4-6-30. Just about 20 minutes gone in this second quarter. The rotating cast in the ruck continues. Edmondson slaps it down, straight down the throat of Magro, who drives the ball inside 50. It's a big kick from Magro. It's going to be a foot race towards goal. Bailey Walker leading the chase over and out for a throw in.
Oh, that could have been a goal from the centre square then, Oz.
Almost the bullseye in the middle of the ground from Magro.
How good a name's that, Magro?
Jaden Magro.
Sensation.
Ball to be thrown in, right forward pocket for the Lauderdale Bombers. Ball's thrown in. Martin taps it down. Bryce Walsh is going to be first to it. He loses his footing. Williams involved for North Hobart, and they'll see it over and out for another throw in.
So ball in inside the forward 50 for Lauderdale. Jumping on the footy down there. Not sure who it was. It is. It's Josh Cleaver, who's back on the field after being a little sore. So it's good to see him back on the ground. Tyler Martin's in the ruck up against Edmondson. Edmondson will be stoked with that. Maybe not a free kick. Martin did well. Out it comes now. Quick kick forward by Stanley and fisted away. Nicely done. We'll see a boundary throw-in. That might have been McGuinness of the Tyler variety.
It's good to see Ed Stanley back at TSL level. Tubes went back to play a bit of SFL footy with the Sharks and back in the red and black of Lauderdale. Good to see.
Got some chirp on him, if you like, a little bit later on. As it comes outside, McGuinness clears the footy. Now it's a foot race. Kilpatrick running hard. Can't quite get there. Williams, the 2 versus 1 win out. Fisted away by Sandrick. This one will bounce out of bounds. All right. I'll go back to Ed Stanley. It is great to see him playing TSL footy, and he's a great footballer. The guys at the Shark reckons he loves me time.
Loves the me time.
Loves a bit like knows the camera's on him. Will do his hair while he's lining up for goal. Will take the shots at the pocket, even if there's a better option, because he's just like, what if I win goal of the year?
We'll keep an eye on Ed Watch as the afternoon progresses.
Ed Watch, we love that.
Bit of love.
Love it.
Bouncing ball here in the middle of North Hobart. Clinton French wins the footy and just kicks it high towards half forward. It's a bouncing football. First to it is going to be Lockie Dale. Has Marlin for company. And able to take the ball cleanly. North Hobart still just surging the ball forward. Dale eventually takes it. Had a couple of options for the handball. He handballed to the guy in space. He's unable to complete the transaction. The umpire says a high free kick. So North Hobart probably getting away with one there. This ball in the hands of Matthew Campbell back in the side. After 4 goals in the D-League last week. A lovely kick into the pocket from Matthew Campbell. That was a fantastic kick.
It was not just a good kick, it was a great lead. Nick Jackson wheels around. Kicks across the face. Should be a mark to Poland, it is.
Campbell's a fascinating player, I reckon, Tubes. He kicked 4 goals against Glenorchy, took 5 contested marks and was one of the really dominant forces on the ground. Was dropped the next week, kicked 4 in the D-League and finds himself back in today. So hoping to see him really secure a spot in this North Hobart side.
So he kicked 4 goals and got dropped?
4 goals and 5 contested marks.
Rough up at North Hobart.
Kicked 4 in the D-League, so good to see him back out there today. Lauderdale bring the ball into the middle of the ground. Magro takes the grab. Quick to move the ball on is Jaden Magro. A driving ball inside 50. The back of the pack, Martin was the target. Just going to bounce over and out for a throw in.
If I kick 4 goals and you drop me, I'm fuming. Proper angry.
Well, he looked good. He looked really good, but then he responded the way he needed to do in the D-League the next week. Man. So it's good to see him back in there today.
He's a better man than me. So ball in. Siggins up against Edmondson. Siggins takes it out of the ruck. Play on is the call, and now he's finally got a goal. The big man, Sam Siggins, kicks his first, the first of the quarter for Lauderdale. And they get back within 4 points.
It was a lovely finish from Siggins, just smart ruckcraft inside 50. Finally hits that elusive goal that he's missed so far today.
It wasn't just smart ruck work. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yep.
He knew he had Edmondson. He knew he could work him under the ball. Great work from Sam Siggins.
I know he's the player that's been talked about the most in the competition this year, but that was a real Tyler Carter sort of effort from Sam Siggins. I'm sure Trent Bormler and the Kingborough guys would love a Tyler Carter reference in a game that he has absolutely no reason to be mentioned within.
Speaking of blokes that love me time, Tyler Carter, he'll be singing my praises that we've been able to raise him up. Back in the middle, Sam Tilley gets tackled, we'll see a ball up. It's great to see him back playing footy though, isn't it, after that nasty break. Through comes Harry Richmond with his bowl cut, sends it forward. Oh, strong mark, hooker.
It's been good today.
It's been excellent. This kick goes down towards Siggins. Siggins, strength, no. Can't quite take the mark. We'll see a ball up at the top of the square for Lauderdale.
Really persisting with this Siggins move to be deep inside 50 tubes. He's really dangerous up there. Finally got that reward for effort before. Can he do it again? He taps it down in the direction of Christensen. North Hobart defending desperately. The umpire will take it back once again. Corey Gorringe stand end of the ground. We've played almost 26 minutes in the second quarter. 4-point lead in favour of the hosts.
Umpire to throw it up. Siggins. It's worked under the footy, and there goes the siren. They'll be happy with that, the North Hobart Demons. They lead 6-4-40 to Lauderdale, 5-6-36. Goal kickers for North Hobart, 3 to Lockie Dale, all in the first term. Then 2 to Nick Jackson in that term and 1 to Dom White. For Lauderdale, it's singles across the board. Sam Siggins, Michael Blackburn, Nat Franklin, Harry Richmond with the first of the game, and Fletcher Hooker. A 4-point lead in favour of the D's. What are your thoughts so far of this game, Anthony Osborne?
I reckon the fact that Lauderdale have only kicked the 1 goal for the quarter and only trail this game by 4 points, they'll probably go into the break thinking that they're still well and truly in this game. North Hobart dominated large passages of the second quarter, but Lauderdale will only be 4 points behind. Well, they're not playing their best football. I reckon they'll go into the break relatively happy that they're still well and truly in the hunt. North Hobart, after really periods of dominance early in the quarter, 6-4-40, that made the most of their opportunities inside 50, but it's probably that last kick inside 50 that's let them down on occasion. The likes of Will Poland able to mop up, and that's something they'll need to really address heading into the second half.
Josh McGuinness. I think they'll be buoyant though, North Hobart. I think they'll be happy that they're in front. So we'll come back with the second half of this game on the Daily Potato Co. TSL live stream. My name's Tubes Taylor. I'm joined by Anthony Osborne, and we'll be right back with the second half in just a few moments. Stick around. We'll be right back. Moves it over to my left ear. Because I'm hearing a lot of whispers.
Is Caitlin on the boundary establishment? Welcome back to North Hobart Oval, the second half. About to get underway, ANZAC Day footy between Lauderdale and North Hobart. Huge game in the context of these two clubs in season 2022. It's the hosts leading 6-4-40 to 5-6-36 at the main break. Tubes Taylor, we've got an interesting game of football on our hands. What are you expecting to see in the second half?
Just hard footy. I think Lauderdale have probably given North Hobart a fair few chances, and I think the scoreboard doesn't necessarily reflect where this game's at. I think Lauderdale have probably been the better side today, but as I said, the scoreboard doesn't reflect that. North Hobart have done really well. They've etched out a few goals, and I'm not writing them off. I'm not saying that they're not worthy of being in front. I just think that as this game stands right now, that Lauderdale have been the better side. They've just wasted a few opportunities, but it's been good pressure from both sides. It's been an entertaining game of footy. We've seen some highlights. I think Lockie Dale's been one of the best on the field. He's had quite a second term there, but I'm interested to see what happens in this third stanza as it is about to get underway, thanks to DALY Potato Co.
Interestingly as well, Hayden Smith starting on the pine, so it's Harry Richmond against Cohen Stevenson for the opening ruck contest of the half. Well, these two coaches, I reckon they're almost two in their own heads when it comes to the ruck duties this afternoon.
If you had that in your quaddie, good luck.
So umpire Chris Kay raises the ball aloft. It's going to be Richmond and Stevenson to get things underway in this second half. Kilpatrick first to the football, quickly moves around on his right boot, kicks to half forward. Marlon almost reels the mark in. Big ball to win here across half forward. Campbell funnels a handball out. Callan Daly first to it. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Lennon Marlon. We'll have a stoppage right half forward.
Lights are on here at North Hobart Oval as the ball's made its way to half forward for North Hobart. Stevenson wins it down. Sandrick just dropped it like a hot daily potato. And we'll see a ball up. You like that one, didn't you?
I did like that. I did like that from the tube.
See a ball up until he comes up with the footy. Richmond and Stevenson again.
Got hop, Stevenson.
Does. That's an interesting kick. He pulled that. And the coaches from next door say, what was he doing? As that kick goes down for Patton. Fisted away by Walker. Your man Wood is on the bottom of that pack. We'll see a ball up.
He's been rock solid so far today, Riley Wood. Stoppage just at half forward now by Chris Kay, one of the best in the business. Throws it up. Stevenson up against Martin now. Stevenson competing at ground level as well. Kilpatrick with ball in hand. Tussling with Tyler Martin. So, cagey start to this second half. North Hobart, of course, chasing an even record of 2-2 if they win today. Lauderdale looking to get on the winners list. Christensen emerges with the football. He's just pushed as he tried to kick the football. Sandrick wrapped up by a couple of Bombers. The umpire has a decision to make. And that decision is holding the football. Great defensive pressure from Lauderdale forwards.
You can't fend off and then get wrapped up in the tackle. Sandrick well tackled.
And then again, Fletcher Hooker. It's been lively today, Tubes.
Yeah, there's nothing of him, and he's playing the beauty of the game.
Big effort bringing down Jack Sandrick as well. So Fletcher Hooker to kickstart the second half for his Lauderdale Bombers and give his side the lead once again. The kick's on the way, always looking to the right, but it sneaks home. Fletcher Hooker. Lauderdale kick their 6th, and they're up by 2 points. The perfect start for the visitors to the second half.
Didn't he love it too? Young Fletcher Hooker turning around, getting his Bombers to rally around him. And as you say, they hit the front again.
It's only their second goal since quarter time as well, so really important, all-important start to this second half. Fletcher Hooker kicks his 2nd, and Lauderdale off to a strong start. And again, Stevenson to continue in the ruck against Harry Richmond.
Interesting. Really just giving their big ruckman a spell. So the ball back in the middle. Umpires call a push out here. Which way is it going? It's going to Tilly. Tilly looks long. Goes down towards Blackburn. Edmondson flies. Fist over the back. Wood doing the shepherd. No, he ends up going at the footy. Got called into it by his teammate McGuinness there. And Christensen arrives late, and we'll see a ball up in the forward pocket for the Bombers.
Ball's thrown up. Siggins and Williams. Siggins takes it himself. Handballs over the top. Patton tries to dance around a couple. Eventually feeds it back. Christensen now with the football. He goes over the top to Hooker. Hooker hooks it to the goal square and industrially trying to move it quickly, but Tyler Martin takes a fantastic catch in the slips, diving to his left, arms outstretched, and took a great reflex mark.
More of a gully for mine
than
a slips. It's a nice gully reach.
That's what you get from a Sheffield Shield caller, Tube Sailor. Bit of cricket chat in late April. So Tyler Martin, he's got an opportunity now to kick Lauderdale's 2nd goal of the quarter. It was a fantastic reflex mark. See if he can hit the scoreboard and kick truly. Ball's on the way from Tyler Martin, fading beautifully. He kicks his first goal of the day. Lauderdale with 2 goals to start this second half, and they're up by 8 points.
Well, that was just good pressure from the Lauderdale forwards. Defensive pressure from the forwards, resulting in a turnover, resulting in a goal. Great stuff. And you kick under pressure. You've got to clear it more than 30 metres. So the Edmondson kick results in a Tyler Martin goal.
Not sure if he was called to play on either, Tubes. He moved really quickly. It was touched.
Touched play on. So he had to clear it. Okay, We're back to Jackson in the middle. Up against Richmond. Richmond wins out. Jackson with some follow-up work. Can't get the shepherd for Sandrick. Sandrick gets tackled. Now Kilpatrick with some pace. Looking across the face of goal towards Dom White. Sliding in there was Patton. Now running after it's McLeod. He bends round. Now gives a handball in to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick dodges past one. Gets his handball to no one in particular. Ratcliffe comes over the top. Now a quick kick forward by Daly. Only as far as Bryce Walsh. His kick is a very high one. Going back with the fly at Richmond, but Jackson stands still. Through comes that man in Mick Blackburn. And a big tackle laid by Williams. And he'll be holding the footy against Tyler Martin.
Yeah, great chase down tackle there from Hugh Williams. He opts to chip the ball out wide to McGuinness. McGuinness kicking down the wing in the direction of his coach, Clinton French, who eventually just handballs it out in front of himself. Sells a bit of candy to Reece Sutton, does Clinton French. Kicks the ball inside 50 in the direction of Dale. gets out the back of the pack. Nice work there from the Lauderdale defence. A spiralling ball out of defensive 50. Going to set a task for all comers here. Tyler Martin emerges with the football, gets it out wide. Nice work there from Tilly, who shows a little bit of dash, and Lauderdale in some space here. If the ball sits for Patton, he's going to cross the paint of 50. Luke Patton, what does he do? He ends up dinky kick over the top to Alan Christensen. Selfless play from Luke Patton, and that is magnificent football from the Lauderdale Bombers.
That's just great play from Luke Patton there. You're running in from 45 at a 45-degree angle. The natural thing is to blaze away and have a shot. He lowered his eyes, he looked inside, and he kicked it to Alan Christensen, who's a great kick. This one, mark it down. Goal.
It's on the way. The umpire does a fair bit of work, and you've put the mockers on their tube. 7-7, 49. Lauderdale lead North Hobart 6-4-40.
Sorry, Bundy.
North Hobart have a serious challenge to confront now.
Yeah, I was always going to do that, wasn't I? McLeod sends it out towards Jackson. Jackson gets shepherded off the ball by his own player. And then Hayden Smith lands on top of the blue boots of Tristan Barnett. He doesn't mind that, though, the little meatball. He loves the hard stuff. We'll see a boundary throw-in.
Smith in the ruck for the first time this quarter.
It's a lengthy spell, isn't it?
Ball falls short. Neither ruckman able to get to it in the end. Swooping in was Barnett. Just gets the handball out to Caswell. Shows great composure there, Sam Caswell. And then hacks a ball down the line. Who's going to read it best? It's Lauderdale. Poland. Driving kick down the line. Mark's taken on the second grab by Franklin. Franklin. Positive kick inboard to Sutton, who pleads that White stepped over the mark. Sutton quick to move the ball inside 50. A lovely kick in. Mark is taken. It is from Hooker.
He's been good today, Fletcher Hooker.
Just been a magnet for the football all afternoon. It's going to be right on his distance, though. He's called to play on. Fletcher Hooker kicks it into the pocket. Just overcooks it for Ed Stanley. Over and out for a throw in.
So deep inside forward 50 for the Bombers. Sam Siggins up against Jackson. Jackson just works Siggins under the ball. Kilpatrick trying hard. Magro does well. Diving on the footy down there's Hooker. Just dropped it there. And he's going to get a free kick against. Called it. Didn't hear the whistle, just called it.
There are a lot of bodies around that football, so you've done well there, Chubs.
Been eating my daily potatoes. Kilpatrick. What's going on here? Umpire Butler says, we'll bring that back, thanks, Jacko. He's got Eddie Betts' shorts on. Kick out wide to McLeod. Gee, that's rubbish. Now a chance for Hooker. Hooker didn't lower the eyes, and it lands in the arms of an opponent, Lockie Payne. Payne goes out wider still to McGuinness. McGuinness looks up, has Williams. Williams, short, finds Walker in the green stack hat. No movement up forward here. Going on here, umpire Butler just taking control again. I like that from him. Short one's on. McLeod, yes, it is. Short to Sandrick. This is okay from the D's. It's 50. Encroached on the area. So it was Nat Franklin that ran on the inside there of Jack Sandrick. And it'll be a 50-minute, I'll tell you what, this is a very long 52. Brought Jack Sandrick right in touch with the goals here, Oz. And he'll go back from about 40 metres out with a shot on goal. This is a real captain's goal too.
They really need this, North Hobart. They've barely had a look inside 50 all quarter. Sandrick with a chance to narrow the gap. Crosses the paint of 50, which is Jack Sandrick. Not much of an angle to work with. Just fading to the right-hand side, through for a minor score. So cuts the margin back to 8 points. 6-5-41. North Hobart playing Lauderdale 7-7-49. Lauderdale let off the hook there. Ball's going to be brought back straight down the middle with North Hobart over. Running back was Martin, but Tyler McGuinness takes a really strong grab. North Hobart looking to Have another look at goal here. McGuinness stops, props, then drives the ball into the pocket. Lockie Dale's going to be the target. Had a couple to beat, wasn't able to do so. Poland emerges with the football, gets it back to Marlin, who's got company and decides to rush the ball. The umpire says that's all okay. Another minor score.
They play him quickly. McGuinness, the recipient of the footy, goes long out towards Christensen, but he's worked under the footy. And a bit of mark out there, nicely done to Dixon. Short to Dom White. Dom White with a little 9-9 chip inside 50. About 17 Lauderdale players are around the footy right now. He's caught high. Tilly gets the free kick out to Magro. If he goes quickly, he's got Alan Christensen flying high. Does well to make a contest, Dixon. Handball comes into Richmond. Richmond fends off. Back to Magro. So he starts again. This time he goes deeper inside forward 50. Siggins! Strength from the big Lauderdale full forward. He's a real utility player, though. He can play anywhere.
He is, yeah, and he's just parked himself at full forward for most of this game, and he's had plenty of looks at it.
1-4 for the day. Took one of the great marks earlier today. Any cups? Someone says kick it to me in the wet area. Any cups? Siggins just fading again. That one's just snuck in for another behind. So 1-5 for the day for big Sam Siggins.
Kilpatrick to bring the ball back into play for North Hobart. 8 points the difference. Drives the ball to the broadcast side of the ground. Jackson flies, unable to take the grab. Richmond does the roving, gets it off to Martin. Martin hacks a kick inside 50. A fortuitous bounce lands in the lap of Christensen, who finds Siggins, whose kick was out of bounds. So doesn't change his scoreboard impact there, Sam Siggins, but with a throw in right forward pocket. Just not quite his day in front of goal today, Tubes.
No, he'd know. 1-5 for the day. He's only got to get one more point. He's got 2 straight. Through with pace. Here comes Patton. Clever handball. Back to Walsh. Walsh is dropping the footy. Free kick going to McGuinness. Another great tackle. He's been one of their best today, young McGuinness. Ball just there with an off break. Tackled hard there was Steinbauer. Walker through, just stole it. Tilly goes towards goal. This one's out towards Siggins, into the pocket and out of bounds in front of him. We'll see another Pepper throwing.
Peppering the goal face at the moment. Lauderdale Football Club.
There's no venom with the D's at the moment, is there? There's just no attack on the footy. There's no real running to space. They're just locking down beautifully, Lauderdale.
Ball's thrown in, just falls short. Christensen emerges with the football, tackled by a couple of demons. The umpire will take it once again. But you're dead right. We even saw when North Hobart were trying to move the ball forward, Tubes. It was very static. A lot of overlap run. We'll address that as the quarter progresses. Siggins taps it down. First to the football is Dixon. Dixon gets it back to Edmondson, who's tackled before he got rid of the football. Hack kick out of defensive 50 for the D's. What can they do here? Stevenson handballs it off in the Leaf Heber direction, but McGuinness emerges with the football. His kick falls in the lap of Jake Dixon. Dixon, a couple of players to raffle the football. Barnett's going to emerge with it. He kicks towards half forward. Stevenson, his intended target, just goes over his head, but he does well. But a really good tackle. Excellent pressure from Josh Williams holding the football.
I'll tell you what, they had players out there too.
Yeah.
And he just hesitated with the handball, did Stevenson. And it was a great tackle by Josh Williams, as you said. I was very well called. Halfback now for Lauderdale. Sends it up towards Richmond. Daly gets tackled with the footy. Nice quick kick there by Martin. Wood got his kick away. A little interesting torpedo. There's Marlin to Magro. And it's called for a throw. So it'll be a free kick going the way of Sam Caswell. He's a little bit quieter. He plays on quickly. He goes one way, then the other. Needs to have a bounce here. Does so. Then uses a little goose step. Has to kick on his left. That's a clever kick down towards Stevenson. Wow. Well, if he meant to do that, he's a genius. But I don't think he did.
Yeah, looked to really run himself in a bit of trouble there, Sam Caswell, but fantastic kick on the left, and fortuitously for Cohen Stevenson. Stevenson looking to redeem himself here with a look on goal. As you said, Caswell probably not his most productive afternoon, but he's been involved in some key passages of play.
In he comes, the part-time ruckman on the left. He sprayed that across the face of goal. He's not even going to make the journey. McGuinness pops it over the top, finds Marlon. Marlon's got a short one in Williams' inboard. He decides against that, a little bit of a risky kick, so he decides kicking him down the line. Williams worked his man under the ball, but doing well. Harry Richmond took the mark. He's at half-back now. He's got a short one on here. Oh, just dropped it, did Steinbauer. And now he's in trouble. Great tackle laid there by Cleaver. It'll be a free kick going to the D's.
That's his one wood, Josh Cleaver. Excellent tackle pressure. He's got the ball in front of the George Miller stand.
Crook about my cricket references. How about throwing a golf one in there? That's not bad. Turnover.
Goes inside 50 to Richmond. The thing is, Jews have never played the game. So Richmond in defensive 50 now for Lauderdale. Short kick, had a couple of options. Wants to go. Hooker goes out wide now. He's got Josh Williams, who has a bit of dash about him, but he can't quite get off the mark. He'll look to move the ball on. Magro's on short. In the end, opts to go for Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe's going to go back to Poland. North Hobart just hemming them into their defensive 50 at the moment. D's a dangerous kick from Poland, straight down the throat of Leafheber. What's Leafheber going to do? A chiselling kick inside 50 to Clinton French. Nice ball in to the coach. French has an opportunity to hit the scoreboard.
I hate saying this about blokes, but he looked cooked. Just then he put in a few second and third efforts, and Clinton French looked a bit cooked, so he just slowly told him, hold up, give me some time and space, and then he pointed where he wanted the ball. It was great leading from the coach. And you've always got to kick it to the coach when he calls it. Clinton
French having a look at goal. The coach, the ball's on the way, fading to the right-hand side. Through for a minor score, 6-7-43. North Hobart trail Lauderdale 7-8-50. Bombers bring the ball back into the defensive pocket. Josh McGuinness has it. Half-back flank. Look to execute the switch now. McGuinness kicks inboard. It was a lovely kick. Fletcher Hooker takes the mark. He's quick to play on. He kicks straight down the middle of North Hobart Oval. Blackburn was the target. North Hobart have the numbers though. McGuinness with the handball over the top.
He's been very good.
Sutton with ball in hand. He goes to Magro. Jaden Magro launches inside 50. Siggins is going to be the target. Unable to take the grab. Some excellent defensive work from Edmondson. They're not out of the woods yet. Siggins from the pocket. Fantastic goal. He's probably kicked the most difficult chance he's had all afternoon.
Well, give it to him there every day. He made it look easy.
The second effort from Siggins, right up against the goal line, made no mistake. Edmondson fought valiantly, but in the end, Siggins capitalises and kicks the goal.
That was unbelievable for starters from Edmondson to make the contest, but to keep your feet in the contest is huge.
Yep.
And that's exactly what Sam Siggins did. He managed to get on top of the ball, but then made it look easy from that pocket. Unbelievable stuff from the champion Lauderdale. North Hobart 6-7-43, trail Lauderdale 8-8-56. 20 minutes gone in the third term. Smith up against Jackson. Jackson wins it down. Reece Sutton's caught with a footy. We'll see a ball up. Up it goes. Jackson, Smith doing some holding. Now, Lockydale sends the ball long and deep inside forward 50. It's going to be a free kick pulled out here. It'll go the way of Josh McGuinness rather. Ends up at Tribunner, isn't he? Playing footy up there, I think.
Oh, 50-minute penalty here for Josh as well. We've just encroached.
So 50 metres. That's a short 50, in my opinion. McGuinness plays on. Looks to send the ball deep inside forward 50. Gee, that's a good kick. Nice fist away from Hooker. Edmondson Just threw it up in the air. Cal Daly, that's what he can do. Love it when he does it out towards the leaf header. He's got a man inboard. If he looks that way, Matt Campbell, and he goes in that direction. Good mark in the end. And 50.
Yeah, Reece Sutton, I think. He put his hands up almost as he was running through. He knew he was crossing the line.
I actually think it was on Bryce Walsh for the contact of a player running through.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's a short 50. So that's gone from the centre square to just inside 50. Maybe that's about right. I don't know. I'm shocking the distances.
Yeah.
We'll get a ruler out.
No good either.
So, Matt Campbell, he kicked 4 last week to get back into the side in the D-League. In he comes. Must kick goal for North Hobart. He's got close to the man on the mark. And he's pushed that across the face of goal. So it's North Hobart's 4 behinds this term to 3-2 for Lauderdale.
Lauderdale driving the ball into the middle of the ground. Siggins flew, unable to take the grab. Walsh's handball misses the target. Kirkpatrick, McGuinness, now Lockie Dale. Dale goes short, unable to hit a target, but the opportunity's here for North Hobart. A kick, scrubby kick towards the top of the goal square. Spells a bit of danger for the Lauderdale defence. Tapping it out of bounds. The umpire has a decision to make.
He's given it too.
Has given the free kick.
Well, he's fisted it towards the goals there. So his intention was to get a point. If it's not an intentional point, it's an intentional out of bounds, isn't it?
He was, too far out to be right on the line. So Sam Caswell with ball in hand, tucked up against the pocket.
Right footer, is he? I think he is. He's going to go to the check side, or is he going to go left footed? He's shaping up to just kick a drop punt, is he? No, he's going the banana.
Around the corner, Sam Caswell just missing to the close side. So another behind for North Hobart. Edging 5. Ever so closer, but still 11 points the difference. And going about it the long way at the moment. Minor scores.
Handy point.
Ball comes in. Finds Nick Hooker. Umpire says to bring it back. So take 2 for Lennon Marlin. This time he opts for the George Miller stand wing of North Hobart Oval. Couple of players at the target. Smith and Richmond were both there. Smith emerges with the football, wrapped up by Jackson.
How good's that battle been? That's been a great battle, those two. I know that Jackson hasn't spent much time in the centre square, but gee, around the ground these two have been locked arm in arm. Sutton got it up. Ratcliffe just struggling there. Magro popped one in the nose. And the umpire's called a free kick. The non-controlling umpire is giving it to Magro. So Magro from half back. What's going on here? He's going to ball it up. A bit of confusion there. I'm confused.
Back to North Hobart.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Cleaver, long, out the back, off hands, through for a rush behind.
10 points the difference.
6 points, 6 behinds this term for the boys in the red and blue.
Josh McGuinness to bring the ball out once again. To go short. North Hobart have done this pretty well for the last 10 or so minutes, Tubes, of hemming the Lauderdale Bombers into their defensive 50, but the switch is on now. Goes out wide to Nick Hooker. Takes a bounce. Chipping kick down the line isn't his best bit of work, and it's straight down the throat of Bailey Walker. North Hobart will look to move this ball dangerously. The kick's inboard to Sandrick, a little too hot for him. Ratcliffe swoops on the footy. His kick finds Nat Franklin. Franklin, quick to wheel and go. A couple of Lauderdale players fly. Magro emerges with the ball. Magro just takes a little bit off the kick and sets a task for his teammate. Patton does really well. Goose steps his opponent in Walker and drives the ball to the forward pocket and finds Sam Siggins. Really nice work there from Luke Patton. Had a fair job to do and he was up to the task.
The timing of that push from Sam Siggins, he makes it look easy, but it's an art.
Sam Siggins tied up against the boundary. 2 goals so far this afternoon. This one bending back. It is. It's a goal to Siggins. Lauderdale kicked their 9th, and I guess the general flow of play for the last few minutes, Tubes, has been up in North Hobart's attacking 50. Lauderdale capitalise at the other end.
I'd love to see a replay of that. I think that was a point.
I was hesitant to go with it initially. I thought it was to the left, but ended up going through for a major score. Umpire.
Always in the best position, though.
This is Sam Siggins. We talk about it a bit, but this is a guy who's been Team of the Year in the TSL as a fullback, as a ruckman, as a midfielder. And now he's doing it up forward. He can do it all. Genuine utility. He's had plenty of looks at it this afternoon. Primarily inside 50. So back in the middle of North Hobart Oval.
Smith wins it down. Bit of scrap here. Starts to get a bit dark. Magro came out with the ball. Ross Walsh doing some work in there too. That was a throw. Out it comes Caswell. Caswell with a short one. Little pushing back. That's a good mark. Solid mark down there. I think that was, yeah, it was. My man Oscar Shaw. Don White. Magro strips him of it. Magro kept going. And there it is, 3/4 time. So North Hobart 6:10:46, trail Lauderdale 9:8:62. The story of that term is 6 straight behinds to North Hobart, their only score, to a 4-goal 2 third term to Lauderdale. Goal kickers for North Hobart, Lockie Dale with 3, Nick Jackson with 2, Don White with 1. And for Lauderdale, Sam Siggins, well, he's straightened up a bit. He's got 3 goals, 5 for the game. 2 to Fletcher Hooker, then singles to Mick Blackburn, Nat Franklin, Tyler Martin and Harry Richmond had the first of the game.
Yeah, Lauderdale jumped out of the blocks in that third quarter, and in the end, North Hobart, try as they may, were unable to rein the Bombers in across the course of that third quarter. We can see the under-18s heading out for a bit of a warm-up as well. We've got one big final quarter of Anzac Day footy coming up. Lauderdale with the advantage heading into the final change, 16 points of difference. We'll take a short break on the Daily Potato Co. TSL live stream. Don't go anywhere, final quarter action coming up next. Welcome back to North Hobart Oval. Final quarter about to get underway. It's the visitors leading by 16 points as umpire waits for players to get in position. Big final quarter coming up. How can North Hobart respond after a disappointing third stanza? 16 points the difference. We just wait for a logjam at the gate there for the under-18s to make their way off the field. Eventually make their way off. As we get things underway, it's Harry Richmond competing in the ruck against Nick Jackson to kick things off in the final quarter. Anzac Day footy at North Hobart Oval. You're tuned in to the Daily Potato Co. TSL live stream. Get things underway. Ball's thrown up in the middle of the ground. Richmond nullified that initial contest. George McLeod with ball in hand. A hacked kick towards half forward. A meeting up at a pace with Will Poland, who's wrapped up in a strong Jack Sandrick tackle. Umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. We'll have a stoppage just inside the centre square.
I think that's holding the ball. But anyway.
It's a great tackle from Sandrick.
Yeah, spun into trouble. He was trying to spin. Once you choose to spin and not get rid of the footy, that's holding the ball in my opinion. There it comes out, the handball out towards Patton. Daly gives it off to Richmond, and we'll see another ball up. Just forward of the centre circle for North Hobart. Jackson against Richmond. Daly, that's what he can do. Gets tackled by Richmond. We'll see another ball up. Rinse and repeat. Just leave it to hit the ground again. Jackson, fresh air swing. Daly with a flat punt. Finds a teammate. Matt Campbell. So Matt Campbell will go back and have a shot. A kick from 50. This is a must kick in my opinion. In he comes. Dropped after kicking 4 goals against Glenorchy. Back into the side. Gets called a play on, and that's a flat one out on the full.
So Lauderdale to bring the ball back into play. McGuinness, who's had plenty of it this afternoon. His kick intercepted by Callan Daly. Daly with a dinky kick inside 50. Was bordering on 15 metres. The umpire says play on. The umpire will take it right on the paint of 50. Just in front of the dug place to stand here at North Hobart Oval. By Butler, throws the ball up. Campbell competing in the ruck on this occasion, tries to take it cleanly, is unable to, eventually emerges with the football, but is met by a strong Harry Richmond tackle. Richmond will be rewarded.
And he, again, that's the position I hold on that. If you've got an opportunity to get rid of the footy and you get tackled, that's holding the footy. Good decision from umpire Butler.
Great pressure from Harry Richmond, who hoists the ball down the line. Players fly, somehow just keeps in the field of play. Caswell, Sutton, eventually Sam Caswell emerges with the ball, finds Jackson, whose hurried kick only goes as far as Marlin. And Marlin quick to move the ball on, drives the ball towards half forward. Christensen was his target. Williams used his body well, takes the mark. Lauderdale fans aren't too happy with that call. Maybe a bit of poetic justice there as it lands in the arms of Fletcher Hooker, who goes to Siggins. At ground level, Sam Siggins taken over by Bailey Walker. It's a fascinating matchup. Walker did well there to nullify. We know how dangerous Siggins is at ground level, as shown in that previous quarter.
And I like that he took it towards the point post because he kicked that ripper goal from there before, whereas some of the ones in front he's missed. So boundary throwing deep inside forward 50 for Lauderdale as it gets a little dark here at North Hobart Oval. Siggins in the ruck. Walker hits it down towards Jackson, the rover, and you can't put a ruckman there as he sprays that one out of bounds on the full. The free kick going the way of Lennon Marlin. I feel like he could be the lead singer of the Speedboats or something like that.
Speedboats?
Yeah.
I like it. No, I like it. Nautical. Marlin goes inside 50. Plenty of bodies fly. Unable to take the grab. McGuinness emerges with the football. Dispossessed without it. The umpire agrees. So Tyler McGuinness to take the ball.
Nick Jackson down behind plate.
We saw it three-quarter time as well. Tubes Luke Quirk, his club debut with heavily iced left shoulder. Looks like his day's done as well. Kilpatrick finds Dale.
Just on watch there, a couple of footy boots in the right forward pocket there, Tubes, just sitting outside the boundary road. Not too sure who they belong to. As the ball's live in play now, Campbell competing with it. Sutton competing desperately at ground level as well. Callan Daly is stripped of the football, attacking it at pace is Lockie Dale. Little 1-2 with Jack Sandrick. Dale kicks towards half forward. It's a high up and under football and running back. That's an excellent grab from Harry Richmond. He's really worked himself into this game in this second half.
Yeah, it's good to see he's got the stack hat on as well. Harry Richmond from half back for Lauderdale. Umpire just taking control there. I don't mind that. He's just telling players to get out of the area. So Harry Richmond with a nice kick up the wing. Big fly, jeepers, creepers. What a contest as there's bodies everywhere. Kick forward, Leaf Heber does well. There's still 3 players down behind play. Just pushing away now, Tilly.
It's really worrying.
Yep.
I reckon they're going to stop playing.
Yeah, they need to stop play. He flew high. I think it's Tyler Martin who was the flyer. So a free kick going the way of Lauderdale. And rightfully they take it away. Dom White. They're going to stop the play here once they get a opportunity to stop it as they dive on the footy. He's down behind play still.
Yeah, really worrying here. The stretcher's coming out as well,
It
Tube.
is Tyler Martin. So they'll stop the play here, yep.
It was such a big contest.
Courageous.
It was absolute commitment from all 3 players involved. You can see that Jaden Magrod is coming in to check on his teammate as well, but it was really brave stuff from all players, and fingers crossed that everything's okay.
So we'll see a break in play here as the stretcher. He's on his feet, which is good to see. But they've just taken him back down, which is even better to see, to be honest.
Yeah.
They just need to get him on that
Cautious
stretcher
approach.
and take him off on the stretcher. It's the right thing to do.
The way he's played today doesn't mean much when you're hoping that he's okay, Tubes, but he's really been shown full commitment all afternoon, Tyler Martin. He's been really impressive. He's a difficult player to match up on. He's that sort of mid-sized forward that can really compete up the ground as well, and I know he's a very popular member of the Lauderdale Footy Club too.
Sam Tilley was the other player involved in that contest. He's up and about, which is great to see. A little bit of friendly fire there. He looks to be okay. They're just trying to slide him onto the stretcher here as both footy clubs now form a huddle. I'll tell you what, that's something I never did playing footy, was that sort of dedication and commitment to the footy. Unbelievable stuff by Tyler Martin.
Yeah, absolute commitment. So we played about 6 minutes before the incident happened in this final term. North Hobart trailing this game by 16 points. 9-8-62 Lauderdale. North Hobart 6-10-46.
Goal kickers for North Hobart, 3 to Lockie Dale in that first term. Then Nick Jackson, Dom White, the others. Nick Jackson has 2. For Lauderdale, it's 3 to Sam Siggins, 3 goals, 5, mind you. And Fletcher Hooker has 2. Harry Richmond, Nat Franklin, Michael Blackburn, and Tyler Martin, the man on the stretcher, has 1 as well. So it's good to see him sitting upright. He's in the hands of the trainers, which is good to see.
Yeah, round of applause from both sets of fans, which is always a nice touch as well.
Unbelievable contest.
Yeah, you could
Right
hear,
in front,
hear
right
the
in
impact as well.
And we've got double glazed windows in front of us too, Oz. We heard it come through, and Sam Siggins gives him a pat on the head, which is probably not after to be honest. Stay away from her neck, he says. It's good to see, as I say, he's sitting upright. He looks to be at least conscious, and that's the main thing. So we'll see the ball in the arms of Oscar Shaw, who's played a pretty solid game down there, Oz.
Yeah, he's solid as a rock week in, week out. Tubes, now we were talking pre-game that he really emerged as a rock-solid defender in his Devils year as an underager, and he's really taken that form into his TSL career as well. See a few pleasantries being exchanged in the middle of the ground as well.
It's like the flying V here at the minute. It's a big, almost like an NFL type situation where you spread out.
The spread's on now, so
like
Oscar
it.
Shaw. And a free kick's been spotted, so downfield
Sutton.
free kick going the way of Reece Sutton. Now, the two teams will be looking just to get back to a little bit of a rhythm after a couple of minutes out of play. Sutton just pumps the ball towards the paint of 50. McGuinness has the sit, takes a really strong grab.
He's been excellent.
He's been enormous today, Tyler McGuinness. He finds Sam Caswell. Caswell wheels and goes. His kick finds Cohen Stevenson, takes the mark out in front. Stevenson has the runner in White. White drives the ball inside 50. Leaf Hebbers into the front position, unable to take the grab. Bumbling ball around, attacking 50 now for North Hobart. Able to draw a stoppage. So about 35 to 40 metres out from the goal face. Will be thrown up. Stevenson against Richmond. Neither ruckman able to get a clear advantage. Emerging with the football was Lockie Dale. A kick out of bounds on the full.
So the ball to come in. It's in the arms of Marlin. Or they fence. Now it comes to Patton. Patton's got Christensen on short. He just kicks it over the top of his head, but it's okay. He puts it out in front. Nice chase down by McLeod. Fist in there. Came from Edmondson. Stuff by Ed Stanley. Quick kick forward by Patton. Couple to beat here. There's Tilly. That one's out of bounds.
Tilly caught in a Jackson and Kilpatrick sandwich there. Wouldn't want Jackson coming at you at pace. Umpire to throw the ball in just in front of the wet area here at North Hobart Oval. Jackson just pushes his opponent out of the way. Christensen emerges with the football. A high kick inside 50. A couple of players fly. Edmondson Brave running back with the flight, but I think it's going to be a free kick. It is going the way of Lauderdale. And
Ed Stanley.
it was brave stuff from Ryan Edmondson. 50 metres,
And
not on the
50
full.
metres, yeah.
So Stanley is going to be taken to the goal line, and Ryan Edmondson was already salty for his mark not being paid. That just rubs a little bit of extra salt into the wound.
I actually think what happened there was Alan Christensen called for the ball.
Rascal behaviour.
Yeah, great. We love that.
So Ed Stanley
No,
makes sure of it.
Oh, and kicks it into Argyle Street. Come on, Ed.
Decisive
Come
work
on,
from Ed.
Someone go and get that footy, please. And it probably should be you, Ed Stanley. Love that, though. Goal for you.
So Lauderdale with goal number 10. 10-8-68, leading North Hobart 6-10-46.
That's the first score of the quarter.
Yeah, we've had a couple of minutes out of play, but it kind of been just cagey stuff to start the quarter, pre and post that as well.
Ed Stanley is dead set, kicked that one into Argyle Street because he knows he's on camera. He's turned around to his mate and said, if I get one in the goal square, I'm going to kick it over the Horry stand. And he did.
I think Andy Bennett might be parked in Argyle Street, so fingers crossed his car's okay.
I might be able to get a cheap sharing off him, you reckon? Out comes Patton. Sandrick just wrestled the ball off him and then just threw it on the boot. Bouncing ball here. Smart, McGuinness. Oh, that was good from French too. They push each other here. Happy to see it across the line. They're all asking for an automatic, how to bounce on purpose free kick. What's that called? Deliberate? How to bounce on purpose.
We went the long way around, but we got there eventually.
No wonder they're calling it deliberate. That's heaps easier to say. Ball in on half forward for the D's.
Just thrown in. Stevenson, I should say, competing against Smith. Sandrick emerges with the football. A high up and under kick. Brave stuff running back with the flight. Unable to take the grab. Here's an opportunity for North Hobart. Lauderdale with the numbers around the stoppage. Emerging with the football was Caswell. Just misses Kilpatrick with the handball. Kilpatrick mops it up. Goes back to White. White with a bullet of a kick inside 50. A little too hot for Daly. Reece Sutton is going to emerge with the football. He's been productive all afternoon, Reece Sutton. His kick out wide. Really nice work there to keep the ball in front from Tilly. He's going to show a bit of dash. Nice composure from Tilly. A lovely kick inside. A fine Fletcher hooker who's been everywhere today. Love that composure from Sam Tilly.
Well, it was a great kick. It was a sensational kick, and it was good running from Hooker because he was almost at the contest and he ran forward to the space. It was smart footy from the Lauderdale young Jet.
So Fletcher Hooker already with 2 goals to his name. This one from the paint of 50. Gets a little bit of extra distance on the kick. It was always looking to the right-hand side. Doesn't trouble the scorers. So played 14 and a half minutes in this final term. 22 points the difference in favour of the visitors. North Hobart, get a hurry on now. You did right, Tubes. Just very static up the field for them at the moment. Hayden Smith is going to take that mark. He does.
He reminds me of the guy from Happy Gilmore, the big angry man who also plays Jaws. Oh, ducking under the tackle there. That was brave stuff. Franklin was caught in the tackle.
Not sure who the Happy Gilmore of the TSL would be. Tubes, but
I don't know.
Question for another time.
Yeah. Got a few Shooter McGavins out there, haven't we? Ruck contest again. One down by Jaws. Down it comes now. Caswell can't get hold of the footy. McLeod went in hard, but kicking off the ground. Oh, a bit of pace shown by Christensen. A high one. Sam Siggins maybe giving a free kick away. Not happy about it, the Lauderdale coaches. It'll be a free kick to Walker. He's got Dom White short. He looks out the other way. He's got Lockie Payne. He goes in the direction of Dom White in the end anyway. Leaf Hebber gets pushed under the footy. Dom White ends up with it. No, Leaf Hebber will get the free kick. They're going the way of the D's.
Leaf Hebber has the ball, half back. Fading light here at North Hobart Oval. Time starting to become the enemy of the visitors. Dixon, agricultural kick, out of bounds on the full. So they're just lacking the real ability to move the ball at the moment. They're so static and really struggling to find that overlap run.
I'm a fan of TSL footy. I'm a fan of the North Hobart Footy Club, but they haven't looked like kicking a goal in the second half. I know they kicked 6 points, but even with some of those easier set shots, you just felt like that wasn't going to happen.
Siggins meets the ball with pace, keeps his feet, Sam Siggins. A shot from the pocket with the left boot. Through for a minor score. Siggins has been everywhere this afternoon.
3 goals 6 or 4 straight, however you want to say it.
Kilpatrick to bring the ball back into play. Chipping kick to find Leif Hebber. Leif Hebber goes back to McLeod, who a fair bit of the footy again this afternoon. Sandrick unable to trap the football. Lockie Dale's going to be first to it now. Tries to keep the ball in play. Does just that. Nat Franklin kicks it into the shin of Matt Campbell. The umpire will adjudicate that. It's boundary throwing.
He's lost the footy there, the umpire. Was up in the crowd. Someone could have put that in the duffel bag and shot through. Got themselves a Cripps master bake. Sharon. Anyway, boundary throw in here at centre wing. Smith. Now a chance for Daly. Dale. Takes the mark. Now, who's this to? Try hard. That's a good fist from Poland.
It's a hell of a player, Will Poland. Tubes been doing it for a number of years now.
Honestly, when he came out, I looked at him and I thought, you mentioned how good a player he was, and my immediate thought was, doesn't look like a footballer. Doesn't like I know that's a cliche. I'll look at someone like Lockie Dale and I think, oh, there's Sam Caswell. You know, they have the short back and sides, a little hard nugget. Will Poland has been one of the best on the ground today, and he's been great throughout the season.
Yeah, he's really emerged, and he's kind of really the general of this defensive back six now for Lauderdale. Been excellent again today. He and Josh McGuinness, who McGuinness has been down there, have been superb.
Yeah, McGuinness has been very good.
Both McGuinness, Josh and Tyler. Caswell merges with the football, gets it out to that man, Tyler McGuinness, who is going to have a ping a goal from deep. Tyler McGuinness may have just gone through the hands of his teammate Nick Jackson. It did. Minor score, 6-11-47. Lauderdale 10-9-69. Feels like I'm playing a bit of bingo or something there, Stu. The ball's to be brought back into play from Josh McGuinness.
McGuinness to bring the ball out. Kicking long up the wing. Smith the target. He rises high. That belongs to Mr. Gilmore, he says, and he handballs over the top to Tilly. Tilly goes long and he finds his opponent, Hugh Williams. Williams with a short one. McLeod looks across the face of goal. He's got Kilpatrick Now they've got some runners through the middle if they want. Kilpatrick can go long. Out to a teammate in Dixon. Does well to get there. He's got Lockydale on the paint at 50. Goes in that direction.
Great
nice kick. Nice kick. Now this is a must kick. If North Hobart are any chance to get close, this must be a goal. I don't care if he passes it off or they take a mark. This entry inside 50 must be a goal. Or it's all she wrote.
Time's the enemy now.
In he comes. Nice roost. It's not going to make the journey here. And it's punched away for a behind.
So we've got a bit of extra time on in this quarter after the break in play, but just ticking over 20 minutes. And North Hobart with plenty of work to do. McGuinness looks to go short. And Steinbauer. Chip short again.
Hooker.
Good as well as Nick Hooker. Drives the ball down in front of the George Miller stand.
That's a push out.
Umpires can
Unfortunately, you can see it.
have the advantage, and now Lauderdale find themselves inside 50. Blackburn was the target. Competing at ground level, Stanley. Stanley to Blackburn. Blackburn has a runner out wide. Magro. Back to Stanley. Stanley centres the ball. Bailey Walker's going to fly for North Hobart. Just gets the fist away. Now it's a foot race. Sam Tilley just runs out of tarmac. He doesn't. He gives it back to Siggins, who has a flying shot on goal. Marked on the final line by Colin Stevenson.
Sandrick from the back pocket. Short one. The handball over the top. Comes now to Dale. Dale's kick is a good one to the advantage of Dixon, but unfortunately evades him and it's out of bounds. It's really quite dark here at the moment, Oz, isn't it? We're struggling to see all the way over to the George Miller stand, so put on the night vision goggles and have a crack. Boundary,
no, you got chips.
boundary throw in right in front of that George Miller stand. Nicely done by Richmond. Spinning out of trouble, Daly. Got his handball off to a teammate there, but he can't evade the tackle. This one will go out of bounds, I'm sure. No, it stays in. Daly cops on high. Umpire says, no, you've ducked into it. No, he doesn't. He gives it to Daly. And Daly will get the free kick. Not much to kick to. Caswell flew high. Punched over the top. Poland gets tackled hard. That's a great tackle down there by Cleaver. And the umpire says, no, you've caught him high.
No, he hasn't.
He's swapped his arms around. He's doing a little bit of, what's that dance move? The sprinkler.
Sprinkler.
Yeah, he's doing the sprinkler.
Gee, I wish we had the camera on the commentary box there, Church.
In he comes. Must kick. Didn't. Cleaver with a behind. So for the half, they've kicked 9 straight behinds.
19 scoring shots apiece. 6-13-49. Plays 10-9-69. McGuinness has had plenty of the football this afternoon. Drives the ball out of defensive 50. Riley Wood over the top. Gets the punch down to George McLeod. McLeod wrapped up in a really strong tackle, holding the football. Magro just decides to barrel the ball and take the advantage. Siggins almost reels in a spectacular mark. Bailey Walker keeps his footing. I reckon he's been legged. The umpire agrees. Advantage has been paid. Sandrick gets the ball off to Barnett. Barnett drives it inside 50. Back of the pack is Jackson. Takes the mark, runs in an open goal. Kicks
back.
another. Does he?
No.
Pushing the back. You can hear the anguish of the North Hobart supporters around the ground.
So McGuinness takes the ball out for Lauderdale. Goes out towards Richmond. Takes an easy mark. They're still calling goal on the scoreboard. They got a bit keen down there. The boys are pushing the buttons.
The animation goes for a while as well at North Hobart.
35 minutes. Whoops, they say. Sutton. His kick is a high up and under, and that's a good mark. Courageous stuff there by Edmondson. He's got Fitzpatrick out wide if he wants. He decides against that. Kilpatrick, rather. A couple of Patricks. The Irish will be happy. Tackle without it. Umpire says no, play on, and he happily steps across the line, does McGuinness.
Competed well today, Edmonton, I reckon. Tubes, he hasn't a stack of it, but he has competed well.
Yeah, I think there's been a couple of times where he'd be disappointed with himself. He's got pretty lofty standards, big Fritter. Boundary throwing here at half forward.
Kilpatrick up against Richmond. Neither ruckman able to get a clear advantage. Magro back to Christensen. Christensen handball a little too hot for Sutton. Sutton loses his footing. Met by Caswell and White. Just funnels the ball out to Christensen, who finds a little bit of space where there was none. His ball is a driving one down the wing. Riley Wood content to see it over and out. Just beating Sam Tilley to the football.
One of your favourites, young Riley Wood, isn't he?
He's very impressive. Not a flashy player, Tubes, but plays his role and does it really well. Big job ahead of him now with man-on-man against Magro. Richmond takes the ball out of the ruck himself and kicks the ball inside 50. First to it, Nicky Blackburn. He goes off to Magro. He shrugs one tackle. He's not going to shrug the second, though. That's holding the football, and Riley Wood will be rewarded.
Right on cue. You rub your hands together, and that's 52. Man infringed in the protected area. So it'll be 50-metre penalty. To Riley Wood. It's a 20-point margin here. North Hobart 6-13-49. Trail Lauderdale 10-9-69. 19 shots apiece as far as goals go, Oz. And that one's just easy as you like, chopped off. Out it comes for Franklin. Franklin looks long. He's got Ed Stanley out wide. See if he can kick it over the Roy Kazali stand this time. He doesn't. Now a chance for Bryce Walsh. Walsh looks up. Stanley! Well, this will be all she wrote, in my opinion, if they kick this here, Oz.
Yeah, Lauderdale have just made the most of their chances in the second half, and yeah, look at that scoreboard.
20-point margin with the same amount of scoring shots.
North Hobart, what's that? 9 behinds for the second half. That's all they've got to show for it.
So in he comes. Ed Stanley owes the TSL a Sharon. The former Dodgies Ferry Shark, now Lauderdale Bomber. He likes it off the boot. He's happy with it too. And look at him celebrate, the kid. His second bit of junk time goal for Ed Stanley. And that's all she wrote. That's game over.
Absolutely. Ed Stanley, 2 final quarter goals. Lauderdale, they're going to record their first win of season 2022. They've been well and truly in all of their games to this point. They've led at 3/4 time in each of their 3 games down at the tip, unable to get the chocolates, but they will do just that this afternoon. 11-9-75, leading North Hobart 6-13-49. Just about 27.5 minutes gone in this final term. Barnett. There's a runner out wide in Daly. Daly kicks towards half forward. Nice work there by McGuinness. He's been excellent this afternoon. Nullifies Dale on that occasion and emerges with the football. High up and under kick. Tilley has to punch. Lauderdale again just with the right numbers in the right spots. Hooker's going to be the target, but first to the football is Payne. Jackson finds Sandrick. Sandrick met by a strong Reece Sutton tackle. Just got the handball away to Callan Daly. Daly with a scrubby kick towards half forward. A little too scrubby in the end. Ratcliffe running backwards. Puts his teammate Oscar Shaw under the pump. His kick only goes as far as Tyler McGuinness, who stops and props and kicks towards goal. Tyler McGuinness hits the scoreboard. North Hobart's first goal of the second half. They move to 7-13-55. Lauderdale 20 points ahead, 11-9-75.
I'm not sure who their last goal kicker was. I'm pretty sure it might have been Nick Jackson.
White or Jackson?
Or Don White. But
it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yep.
Been a real long time.
It's a nice reward for Tyler McGuinness to get a score today, I reckon, Tubes. He's competed really well and he's been thrown across the park.
I think he's been North Hobart's best.
Back in the middle, Kilpatrick taps it down to Dom White. White just chips the ball out wide. First to it, McGuinness, a lovely tap on to Jackson. Nice pressure from the Lauderdale defence. Bit of razzle-dazzle there from Tommy Ratcliffe. His kick only goes as far as Barnett. Barnett Goes back to Tyler McGuinness. McGuinness just chips the ball beautifully to Sam Caswell. Quick to play on now, North Hobart. Kick into the pocket, first to it. Now, big job ahead of the Lauderdale defence right on the last line. Clinton French lays the tackle, over and out for a throw in.
Can't be long left. I know we had some injury time with the injury to Tyler Martin, and our thoughts are with him. I'm sure he's all right. As we said, he was up on the other side of the boundary there as he was stretched off. So Jackson out of the ruck, got his handball off. Quick kick around the corner from Cleaver. Another behind. So they haven't been without their opportunities, Oz.
Yeah, they now go ahead of Lauderdale for scoring shots for the afternoon. McGuinness bring the ball back into play once again.
He's had 100 kicks from full back.
Lovely kick on that occasion. Strong mark taken by Blackburn. Hasn't been as busy as today, Blackburn, but he's had some nice moments.
Well, he's been well worn by Hugh Williams, that's for sure.
Sticks down the George Miller stand wing with the sit. It was Edmondson unable to take the grab. Kilpatrick tries to emerge with the football, but the umpires spotted the free kick. Going to go the way of Christensen. Christensen goes out wide. Now Lauderdale will just look to chip this ball around for a few moments. Walsh over the top to Tilly. Another player who's been good today, Sam Tilly. Siren sounds. Lauderdale are on the winners list for the first time in season 2022. They run out 11-9, 75 to 7-14, 56 winners. A strong performance from the Lauderdale Bombers this afternoon. Tubes Taylor, and they're on the board for the first time in season 2022.
Yeah, signs were there at halftime, weren't they? They were 4 points down. They would have gone in and got a fair bake from Daniel Willing, I'm sure. They would have expected to win this game. But to run out victors by, 21 points in the end? No, 19. 19-point winners. So goal kickers will go through them. Sam Siggins with 3 goals, 6 or 4 straight, we'll call it. 2 goals to Fletcher Hooker, Ed Stanley. Michael Blackburn with a single, as does Nat Franklin, Tyler Martin and Harry Richmond with the first of the game. For North Hobart, it was 3 to Lockie Dale, all in the first term, and he looked electric in that first segment. Nick Jackson had 2, and then singles to Tyler McGuinness and Don White, but they just didn't have, I feel like North Hobart just didn't have enough space out on the ground. The pressure and the marking up of Lauderdale, their defensive pressure was outstanding, and better players for Lauderdale. I thought Will Poland was excellent down back, as was Josh McGuinness. They set up a lot of play off that half-back, full-back line. Reece Sutton was good through the middle. Hayden Smith battled all day in the ruck. Jaden Magro was very good too, as was Sam Siggins. For North Hobart, I feel like Tyler McGuinness was the best on the ground, even though they lost. I thought he was excellent. Nick Jackson was very good in the ruck. It was a great battle between him and Hayden Smith all day. Bailey Walker was good. And then after that, Lockie Dale was good in patches. Matt Campbell was good in patches. Callum Kilpatrick was good in patches. Jack Sandrick was good in patches. Riley Wood was good in patches. He was pretty solid down back too. I'll probably put him in the best players. But it was just a lack of consistency across the match for North Hobart. They've got some good signs there, and I think they do have a good group of players. They've just got to play a bit more together and be more willing to run, I think. I think that was the difference in the two sides. Lauderdale were really keen to just keep getting to contest after contest after contest.
Absolutely. Lauderdale on the board for the first time this season, as we just have a look there. Presentation being made. The ANZAC Memorial Trophy going the way of Lauderdale. It's a pretty amazing trophy, Tubes. It has the names of 14 players who served in World War I from the North Hobart, Cannanore and Lefroy football clubs who didn't return after their service. And this year, Lauderdale will take that trophy home. The ANZAC Remembrance Medal will also be presented to the player who best displayed the ANZAC spirit throughout the afternoon.
Tell me who you think. Come on,
it's a tough one.
Come on, Oz.
We'll go Will Poland or Josh McGuinness, I would have thought, down back. I reckon they've been instrumental. Sam Siggins is the other one as well.
I think.
A few players to pick from. I'll have a look at who the award's going to. Presented by Graham Holton, State President, TPI Tasmania.
Oh, Harry
It's been
Richmond.
given to Harry Richmond, a deserved winner as well.
Oh, absolutely.
He was excellent today.
Throw him in the ruck.
He did a bit of everything today. Harry Richmond took some really good marks down back, but he...
5'11". That's his height, isn't it? 5'11".
Well, yeah, he looked out, man, but he's got hops, he's got bravery, he's got the skills. It was an excellent performance from him, and a deserved ANZAC Remembrance Medal winner for this afternoon. Harry Richmond, you can see there, just getting a photo with Graham Holton of TPI. And Lauderdale will be presented with the ANZAC Memorial Trophy for season 2022. They're on the board, their first win of the year, a significant day on the football calendar, ANZAC Day football at North Hobart Oval, and that win will just mean that little bit extra to Lauderdale. Dan Willing during the week said it would mean a lot to the club to record this victory and take home the trophy.
Well, they needed to. Their season off to a zip and 3 start. They needed the win. So this is not just about ANZAC Day. It was about getting their season back on track too. So he'd be pretty happy with that effort, I reckon. And a lot of things to work on for both sides, but an entertaining game of footy nonetheless.
So looking ahead to next week, Lauderdale will host Launceston at Skybus Oval. North Hobart have a trip to UTAS Stadium to take the young Northern Bombers. You can see there Josh McGuinness being presented with the trophy. That'll mean a lot to the Lauderdale Football Club. A great day of ANZAC Day football here at North Hobart Oval. Lauderdale running out winners 11-9-75 to North Hobart 7-14-56. Thank you for your time in the commentary box this afternoon, Tubes Taylor.
Yeah, tune in to Triple M Breakfast with Woody and Tubes from 6 a.m. tomorrow.
There's no other option. You have to
and make sure when you're buying sauce, it's Jono's homemade sauce.
Love that from you. Thank you to Simon DeLittle on the camera. Ash Wilkes back in the studio.
And Daily Potato Co. We've got to thank them. They've been incredible.
We love our friends Daily Potato Co. helping bring every match of season 2022 to you on the TSL live stream. Make sure you tune in to the AFL Tasmania YouTube channel next weekend. Next round of football will be broadcast right there, thanks to our friends at Daily Potato Co. Lauderdale run out winners this afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.